This video is going to be such a hot mess express because I have so many like angry thoughts. I'm really sorry that I didn't make any actual notes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cassandra here, and today we're talking about the after. Okay, we're talking about the after book series. So I must say I haven't completed the end, and I'll tell you the entire story. So if you're ready for this, if you thought about I want to read it, I've seen the movie, people have been talking about it, if you're on BookTube, we've all heard it, okay? So let me break it down, but before I start, press the like button if you do. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea or whatever your favorite drink is. Comment down below what your favorite beverage is, and let's get it going. So I started my kind of journey with the after by having a really bad day and watching it on Netflix. And I thought, okay, I can see. So Makeup and Mary, I think, or Makeup by Mary, I'll put the name here. She mentioned that like hardened bad boy, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see it. Like, to me, he looks like a 12-year-old boy, but I'm like, I see you. They look like teenagers at least, you know, but like him being so like damaged and been through so much. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, you can see it on Netflix. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I'm sure the book is better. I'm going to give it a go. So it was actually a Wattpad story to start with. So I was like, oh, okay, let's give it a go. I've never read a Wattpad story before. I probably have, but like, I just didn't know. So I knew that it was a fan fiction about Harry Styles, but it doesn't matter. So I get into the first book, and I actually realized, and I'm going to include spoilers in here. So if you guys haven't read the books, I suggest that maybe you go and just like, I would say the first book, so the non-spoiler part is, if you're into smutty, toxic, young love, bad boy, good girl, go give it a go. First book, fine, and the rest, like, do at your own risk, okay? So now, let's start with the spoiler section, okay? So the first book, what I didn't realize was the difference between the movie and the book was the freaking bet that it wasn't just about falling in love. It was that he's going to take her virginity away and show the proof to his friends. And he's gone and done it. And I want to talk about this book series from a perspective of someone that, don't get me wrong, I like me a smutty romance, okay? I like me some little kinky, vicious, all that. I loved it, okay? I love little spice, little, bad boy, we shouldn't be doing this. But I am a student of a counseling. I want to be a therapist. So from that point of view, when I was reading that book, I was just thinking, I would love to do kind of working with people that have, you know, been through some dodgy relationships. They're working on becoming the best version of themselves so they can fall in love and live happily ever after, because I am sucker for love. So with all that being said, when I started reading the first one, and obviously he was being a dick to her to start with, but I'm like, okay, haters to lovers, we down for this. Followed by the fact that obviously they fell in love. We found out she also isn't that goody two shoes because she cheated on Noah, so I don't know what she's being like, oh, little goody two shoes about. The next part was where I found out what actually happened, so what the bet was, and it really sat really wrongly with me that he was so okay to, he would have swept it under the floor, like under the blanket or under the rug, I think that's the saying, and everyone else would have known and she just wouldn't, so she forever would have been a fool. And that's fine, whatever, she decided to forgive him, which I have no idea how, one, making it a bet to take someone's virginity, and virginity, we can talk about this in another video, some people take it very seriously, some people are just like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But I do think that it's worth noticing that it is an important part in our life to a lot of people, and I thought already, like, if you cared, you would never have done it. Obviously when he made the bet, he didn't care for it. Followed by, to get to the next two books, so the first book was kind of mainly they were falling in love, doing cute things, blah blah blah, arguing, breaking up, she goes, cheats on her boyfriend, gets on with him, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I think in the book, when they went to the lake, on the, like, they've seen each other for like 3 days, and all of a sudden they're going to a lake, he's getting her in the water, and I think he actually fingers her. I'm pretty sure that's what it is at the side of the lake. So, but she had a boyfriend at the time, so it's not just the kiss like it was in the movie, which I feel like you've done this, so you haven't done anything with your boyfriend, but this stranger that is basically an asshole to you every day, you decide to go and do it. I'm like, okay, girl, like, as far as I remember, is they went in and it was the fact they were breaking up, getting together. She knew about it. She couldn't trust him, and she was planning on moving to Seattle. There was a talk about it. It started with her and the what was his Cole Sprouse's name? Trevor. Fucking Trevor. So Trevor being a normal guy, like, I just don't understand how could you be with someone who is going to stand in the way of your, like, how you are as a person. You know, he was very selfish, and I understand broken boys and stuff like that. Dude, you don't need a girlfriend, you need a fucking therapist. Her to be so lenient with everything and not seeing the red flags, and him being rude, and, you know, him messing up with other girls, and after everything that happened, him being so possessive, and she's not allowed to do this and not allowed to do that. And I just want to let you guys know, girls, if you're in a relationship where your boyfriend is to that level, and the whole Zed situation where he would be like, you know, there whenever she needed him, and it really made me almost uncomfortable when I was reading it, because I know that there are so many girls, younger girls, you know, I'm talking age 15, 21, where we fall in love and we think, yeah, I can be the girl that's gonna fix him. You know, I can for sure, when he loves me, he's gonna change. That's bullshit. That is not your job. Our job is not to raise, like, to fix a man. That is not your DIY project that you're going to do. Girl, you gotta take care of you. So for someone who appeared to be so strong-minded, obviously she followed doing everything that her mom told her to do, being perfect, being a good girl, to now allowing some boy that already mistreated you, betrayed you, and lied and manipulated you, to allow him to change you as a person. I mean, you must love him more than you love yourself, which is, guys, I'm not gonna lie, but that is a fucking no-no. Like, as soon as you love someone else more than you love yourself, that's when you lost. Like, it doesn't matter. You have to love you. Because he's not choosing you. Why the fuck are you choosing him? That is something where that book was grinding on my gears. It's like, does she seriously have not a one friend and not one brain cell? And the third book, she's moving to freaking another town, and they had an argument where he called her names, he, you know, called her boring, whatever, done whatever he's done to her. And then it comes to her trying to move in for her career, and he tells her, no, I'm not moving, so you shouldn't move either. So now her entire life is supposed to revolve around him, but his life is not going to revolve around her. His life is going to remain and revolve around himself. So that is kind of another lesson that I feel like I've learned, or it was really highlighted to me. If you're in a relationship with a boy that thinks that you should do everything to please him so his life runs smoothly, but he doesn't do the same for you, you gotta go. Girlfriend, you gotta go. Or if it's the other way around. I think that that's such a, he wouldn't move for her, but she has to move for him. Like, in what kind of reality do you live? At the end of the day, unless you guys are, you know, it's not always 50-50 in a relationship. Sometimes it has to be 80-20. You have to move for your partner, but then he will do the same for you, and you know that they would. When they explicitly tell you that you have to please them because their life has to run the way they set their mind to it, like, oh, I have a plan, and this is what is happening, so you have to go and do the same thing for me. Absolutely not happening. As I was reading it, but I just thought, well, I'm gonna read it and I'm not gonna do a review about it. Everyone's talked about it already. Second thing I wanted to say was, the books are like 700 pages each. Okay, I've read them on Kindle, and they were way too long. I feel like it was just dragging, and it was constant up and down, and it almost like got me numbed. Like, if I had an argument with my boyfriend and he raised his voice and then blamed it on me and then left and expected me to apologize, are you trying to meet Jesus today? That would be my first question, because no. So I feel like I want to come to a conclusion, because I feel like this video is going to be so long anyways. But I just wanted to say that as much as I enjoy smutty romance, you know, bad boy, good girl, whatever, it is great in a book. But if you're like finding yourself in that kind of situation, take the lesson as the outsider and just run for the hills, because you're worthy. you can do so much better. And as much as we all love that at the end, love conquers all, that's great. But it's not a selfish love. That person, Hardin, in that perspective, he should have gone to a counselor. He should have had a therapist. And I know they had some drama and, you know, and trauma from his young adulthood and all that jazz. And I understand. But at the same time, he's so selfish that he doesn't want to fix himself. He just wants someone else to do it or put up with him. So she's not allowed to leave, but he's allowed to treat her like a piece of shit. Guys, don't ever allow this to happen. And I think because now where I am on my course, it's just lightened up so many red flags. And I thought, oh my goodness, imagine if a young girl read that when it first came out, you know, being 13 to like 17, reading those books and be like, oh, I want me a heart and a bad boy that's going to read books and, you know, make me feel amazing. Great, but did you see all the red flags and all the downsides to this? Absolutely by no means should you ever settle when someone is mistreating you, when they are lying, when they are making fun of you, when they are making you feel less about yourself, when they're making you or, you know, prompting you to switch your life all around to please them. They are not doing the same. Girl, you gotta go and love you. Girlfriend, do you hear me? You gotta love you before you love anyone else. And if they are making you feel shit about yourself, you don't need this. You are perfect just the way you are. And that book made me feel so angry inside. So as much as I wanted to read the 4th book, like, I wanted her to end up with a trash can, and I feel like she would have been better off with a trash can than Hardin. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I kind of want them to end up together, like every trash following person. But at the end of the day, I really think that a book, as much as it had so much hype and the movies and all that, it really made me angry because there was no one who would show her. No one, she couldn't have, it could have gone to her head. There's no one to tell her, listen, he is a piece of shit. He does not love you. He loves you. He likes to possess you. And I feel like people tried, she didn't listen, and I know that we all do this shit. But my opinion about the book series is that, yeah, if you are going with just like the first book, great, fluffy, some steamy bullshit, go. But to be honest, I would really like it to end with them breaking up. I'm most likely not gonna read the 4th book, unless you guys make this video have like 100 likes and you're like, I want you to react to the 4th book, then I'll do a reading vlog. But other than that, there's no way in hell that I am putting myself through the 4th book. The 3rd book took me for probably about 2 weeks and gave me a reading slump. So it was just, I was like, it's the same thing over and over again. They're arguing, he's being trash and she's being dumb. And I just thought, I can't do this. You know, you would have thought that she would learn is a pattern. But yeah, that's my rant about the After Me book series. I just wanted to get it off my chest because I feel like maybe I have a little bit of a different point of view at it. Maybe because I'm not probably the demographic that's supposed to be reading it. I'm 26, so maybe not my demographic, but maybe I have some experience with boys in high school or wherever they went to college. And you know, you're so young, focus on yourself. And if you guys have any books they would like me to react to and maybe give an advice like I did here, let me know, because I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I like me some kinky books too, but I'm happy to take the lesson out of it, you know, because right now we just have a bad boy being bad and a good girl being dumb. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been a rumbly one. I don't even know how the edit is going to come out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And so until the next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.